Welcome everyone to Tableturf Side Deck number 3. I'll be your host today, Hydrus. Today's twist is going to be no fresh or rare cards allowed. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how that develops because by that logic, 312s are also banned. Okay, getting in this first match here of Winners Round 1. Polo versus Taz. I don't think I've watched Taz in a tournament before. He's playing a lot of other tournaments, but I don't know about TSD specifically, so it's going to be pretty interesting. The thing about this tournament is that the biggest common cards are like the Dynamos, the E-Leaders, the Hydrus, and the biggest card beyond that is Flutter. So, wow, actually both top-decking Dynamo in the first turn. That's actually kind of absurd. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like having only commons definitely does change your game plan when it comes to certain maps, because you can't rely on certain openers like Captain to kind of carry you, essentially. It's going to be really interesting. Wow, nice usage of the ZF Splatter Scope there to kind of block off mid. I think right now, Polo is just trying to set up some combos. This is kind of what happens in River Drift. You both kind of contest mid, and then if nobody pierces, you kind of just build a wall of special blocks so your opponent doesn't push you later on. That's a pretty decent spot. I would rather put it in a spot where, yeah, that combos pretty well if the Tri-Slosher as well. Ooh, Octotrooper. Yeah, I haven't seen that card too much. Oh, that's a way better spot, actually, because you can activate the special there. And then you could probably, if you had Wiper, you could probably pierce pretty easily right now. Yeah, I mean, Octotrooper's pretty weird because it's kind of like a splatter shot, but the handle is like misshapen. It's weird. Very strange. Yeah, I also like Dynamo because it's dense enough, but not too dense to where its defensive value gets overridden. Wow, the Flyfish. Yeah, I forget that Flyfish is common, too. It's also a 13. So, okay. Deciding to go with the Stinger. Deciding to go with the Stinger play here. Probably the best pierce that you can do, to be honest. You could either use the Stinger or the Ink Brush. I think it's yeah, it's the Ink Brush, not the Ink Brush Duo. I know what the art is. It's not... You're not stealing a ton of turf, but that is going to be pretty far into Taz's base right now. Yeah, this is also a 60-second time limit right now for the turns, so we're going to be seeing a lot of thinking and deliberation on the part of Taz, really utilizing that timer. Kind of reminds me of Calliope a bit. Ooh, Flutter in the back. Yo, let's go. Now, Taz does have a ton of points. The thing is... Oh, yeah, Tri-Stringer. Yeah, Tri-Stringer is really meta. Just in general, not just as a common. I mean, it is meta as a common, but... Yeah, it's... It does activate the special block for Taz there, and Taz is kind of running out of space. Taz might have to pass here. You could risk also trying to play the Tri-Stringer in Taz's base, but that could be clashed fairly easily, so I don't exactly know if that's the smartest idea. Deciding to go for a bit more of a defensive play and not pushing that. Maybe deciding to push that a bit later. I guess we'll see. Nice Wiper. And the Pierce is blocked, and that's also going to give Taz 2 back, and now we're nearing endgame. Oh no, it looks pretty even, because you can still place the, yep, you can still place that in there. You can still place the Hydra, which I believe every main weapon is a common. Yeah. I think every main weapon is a common, except for the weapon in the single player, but... So you're going to be seeing a lot of those. Definitely are a lot of those plays being made. Wow, what an amazing Snipe Rider play, too. I mean, that's the thing. Taz does have the points lead, but you are running out of space, and right now, you can't really rely on a 312 to save your butt like you normally can rely on, because 312, if anyone doesn't know, is basically just... They are cards that are worth 12 points, but they're only cost 3 to play. So they're very good for the end of the game, and just the only caveat being they don't have a special point themselves, so it's a bit... It's designed in a way to where it's not overpowered, because if the 312s did have a special block to activate, man, that would be extremely, extremely overpowered. Wow, Stamper fits there? Can't believe that. Oh my goodness. And what a perfect spot for Reflux, too. That's amazing luck. Being pulled there at the very last second. And I don't know, Taz doesn't really have a lot of options right now. And the best I could see them playing is maybe like a try or 2 or something lower. And I think, yeah, a lot of 411s, a lot of 411s, a lot of 3/8s. We're gonna be seeing a lot of that right now. We're gonna be seeing the Steel Eel for the end of the game. And this is gonna, this is going to be up to special placement right now. That is pretty much the best value you're gonna get, I think. I think it's gonna be your best play. Because at the top, there's a little bit of gaps around everything, so... Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. Do I even have my stream delay on? I don't even... I think I do. Okay, it is on. Good. Thought it was off for some reason. So yeah, the most that Taz could counter with is a 411, and he has to fit it in a way. But the thing is, Taz's special block defense is extremely, extremely strong. And you only have, 3 seconds. And the Steel Eel versus the Steel Eel! Oh, and the Clash at the end there too. Are we gonna see a draw? No way we're gonna see a draw. Okay, Polo taking more points there, and kind of predicting that Clash as well, almost. That's gonna be the first game for Polo. Oh, now it's gonna be Taz's counter pick, so... What will Taz choose? Because if Taz loses the next match, they are going to head into losers. So... X marks the Garden with only commons? Aw, man, if you don't get Dynamo, you're screwed. Honestly, you are screwed. Especially in this type of tournament. So, does he get Dynamo? No. Are we going for the redraw? Can he get the Dynamo? No, does not get the Dynamo. It does get some pretty good poking cards, though. Let's see what Polo does with this. Dually... Oh, holographic Dualies. I didn't even notice that. My bad. So yeah, Dualies is pretty nice. It combos with the most cards in the game. I believe without a wall. It's very, very solid. It's a solid card. Even if it is outclassed a little bit by L3 in kind of its shape and its purpose, it's still very solid. You will... I feel like you'll almost never not see it, in my opinion. Will be the opening here, and wow, okay, so kind of utilizing the ZF Spire Scope to lay the special blocks in a way to where setting up some good base building and kind of locking off your own spawn, but the problem is that it's not poking out far enough, so I feel like you can get blocked in very, very easily. Oh, high rolling the double splatter scope. I actually cannot believe it. Way, way better of an opening. And also that, that E-Leader was a bit awkwardly placed. Finally pulling the Dynamo on this third turn. Where is Polo going to place it? Has to kind of predict where... Nice, so kind of blocked off that one side. And they did play both their biggest cards, so we're going to be seeing a bit of a... Probably going for the left now, potentially. Octotrooper is definitely... Oh, wow. Also holographic 10 attack. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised Polo has this many bits. I do like that placement of the 10 attack, because if that is Clash, the special will activate fairly easily. Maybe it could have been a bit more... Maybe it could have been played a bit more aggressively, but I think Polo doesn't want to... wants to try to eat up as much of this Clash as possible. Taz doesn't seem... Oh, actually his Flutter, but is actually a pretty good, very good Clash, because now... Right now, Polo has access to a lot of areas of the map. They have access to the middle, the left, the right, and their base. Not as much in Taz's spawn. Taz seems to be wanting to work with a specific combo right now. I don't know what that exact combo is, but... I don't know if I'll have a co-commentator for this tournament. Also because some of our commentators are actually playing in this tournament, so it's a bit awkward. But I do not mind solo commentating. Maybe I'll get a co-commentator for Grands or something, but yeah. Yeah, Taz, very slow... well, not slow player, methodical player is the better term to use. Really thinking about, okay, what do I want to do right now? Nice placement of the E-Leader there, that actually didn't avoid a Clash entirely. Octo Stamp is also nice because Clash, like cards like Clash or Clash Blaster and Octo Stamp can fit pretty well. Any cube shapes can fit pretty nicely against the handles of that Dynamo. Extremely, extremely well. This Reflux, where should you play this Reflux? Maybe you play it in mid, perhaps? I'm not sure. I don't know if you want to waste your small this early on in the game. Might want to decide to play it a bit aggressively here, because that center space has not been taken yet, and you kind of want to deny that combo from the Flyfish as well. But I am not Polo. I don't really know what's going through their mind right now. And there is 10 seconds left, and they both just made a decision, so... And, yeah, I don't think playing that in the middle would have mattered anyway, because Taz was looking to activate that combo, and Taz also has a combo ready in the top of their spawn as well. What will Taz do? Taz does have 3 special, so I'm going to predict a early special attack into Polo's base to kind of disrupt some combos, but look at the bottom half of that Dynamo. That could be easily activated by something in general. Wow, actually, deciding to play Fizzy instead. I don't usually see people run both Fizzy and Suction. It's kind of new. The other thing, too, is that Polo got a pretty bad opening versus Taz, who got a good opening. Amazing spot there for the ballpoint. I'm really surprised Wiper is also not in this deck, but everyone has different preferences when it comes to, you know, what cards they run, obviously. How can you play Hydra in a way that benefits you? Now, that special block placement, you know, is in a pretty weird spot. Okay, Taz trying to go for that aggressive Viper there. And it now has access to Polo's spawn. Hopefully you want to defend this. Because Taz has already decided, took less than 5 seconds to decide what to do. The other thing, too, is that if you activate that try, Wow, actually eating up a lot of that Clash, though. That's going to give Taz a lot of special. So, great Clash. Oh, that's a really good... That's a really, really good spot there for... That was a really good spot for the ball point, and then you probably could have special attacked with the Triad to get a lot more. But maybe Polo doesn't want to risk being clashed for some reason. I don't know, the ball point looked amazing there in terms of combos. Like, a lot of opportunities. Honestly, not a lot of people have been asking for help so far, which is good. Being a solo TO is a bit... it is a bit stressful at times. Ooh, Steela being fit at the top as well. It's gonna give Polo a ton of special. And again, it's still a spot to place Steel Ale. It's only 2 wide, and you can place it at the top there. Yep, to get 1 more. And you can probably special attack the Tri-Stringer for the end of the game. And yeah, I mean, your biggest special attacks are going to be like a 14 or a 13, so I don't think you'll have that too often with how these cards are being kind of played. I honestly think, yeah, Tri-Stringer is going to be your best bet. Polo having a little bit of the lead right now, and the Tri-Stringer 411 is going to be played. Now, where are you going to play it exactly? And you could play it there. That's almost max value. Also, the E-Leader can be played there as well. It's nearly max value if the E-Leader in the middle of there, the map. So, a lot of different areas to work with right now. But how are you going to place the special attack? It's kind of the question of the hour. I don't know. I mean, honestly, in the middle, that looks really good. I don't know why you would change that. That looks really good. Yeah, that spot. I don't know how Taz can counter this. And Taz actually playing the Dynamo instead. Now, there is a lot of area for the Dynamo. But is that enough? And nope, Polo's still edging it out, taking the set 2-0 over Taz. The Dynamo was not enough. Taz was not super aggressive that game, which is weird because they got the better opening. But Polo's gonna be moving on to Winners Semis. Okay, gonna be hanging in this Winners Semis match of Clivey versus Levi. Yeah, this is best of 5. That's a new thing we're doing for Winners Semifinals. Clivey getting a pretty strong hand. I expect kind of a bigger deck from her. Just looking at the size of this hand. And Dynamo being an amazing opener when you don't have stuff like Captain or Fry 1. Very, very good. And Dynamo both being played at the same time, so both have equal... And they're actually literally being played the exact way, so both have equal access to each other's spawns. And it's also going to be a very aggressive Steel Eel. How are you going to play it, though? It's a very weak block. That could be pierced very easily, so... So yeah, I don't know. Defending on this map can be a bit tricky. You definitely need the right sets of cards, and that's a very good spot, actually, for the E-Leader. Nice, very aggressive Tri-Stringer that also covers your spawn, so Clivey is a lot more conditioned to kind of push in. And forget about her spawn as well. Yeah, and I'm surprised Flutter's being ran, because, I mean, Flutter's not a terrible card, it just doesn't fit in the starter deck, and it works more with Lion archetypes, types of decks. And that was kind of a perfect clash, or almost perfect clash, because now they're ahead. But Calliope, I'm surprised Levi is not defending his base. But maybe that's on purpose, and I like the placement of that special tile there as well, because that allows for an easy combo later on if Calliope chooses to activate that special point. Special tile placement is an important facet of whether a card is like good or not, I'd say. Really good aggressive Range Blaster there as well. You usually see Blaster, you don't really see Range Blaster as much. I've been seeing Hawken a lot more use Nice, really good. Both players there, good trade. And Clippy is probably going to be pushing a Steel Eel, or no, actually going for a combo, so this is going to give him an opportunity to Levi to potentially block here. And both players have been playing fairly aggressively right now. And honestly, there's still a lot of good, like really good cards that are commons. It's just they're not like... There's only a couple which are extremely good. Very good clash there. And it's going to be a slight lead for Calliope. Where will Tentatek be placed? That spot is kind of awkward. Okay, so has not pulled a lot of their smalls or mediums. Just kind of a lot of those larger cards. And amazing combo there with the Reflux. This is still very close. Calliope and Levi also fought in Grands of Side Deck 1, where they both used this twist for that event with Starter Deck. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of that experience right there. And Levi promising to use Slosh Machine in a tournament, and he actually is doing that. Enzap, I never really see, or Junior. Those are cards that get heavily outclassed in a big way. So I don't really know how that could be used. Ooh, so I like the Sprinkler there. It's in a great spot because it's going to gain 1 for 2, which is awesome. And Levi has a ton of special right now. And Calliope needs to be very careful. If she does her special attacks in the wrong tempo, I totally forgot to change the score. If she does her special attacks in the wrong tempo, she will definitely lose the game because Levi has a ton of special points to spare and a lot of special attacks as well. So Calliope deciding to tank this and activate the special attack, the special tile block from the either 4K scope there that was placed near the beginning of the game. So deciding to go for the Fizzy. Nice usage there of the Splat Roller, getting a pretty sizable lead, and they now both have the same amount of special. It's going to come down to those 3 8s and those 4 10s. A lot right now. A lot. So you kind of already played a lot of your big cards. And now you have so much special, you can play this however you want and not have to worry about activating special per se. Zenith is definitely more of a popular pick on maps like this because of the orientation of the special block and how it can be used to poke forward a bit more aggressively, a bit better than Splat Chargers. Yeah, this is pretty much just going to come down to special attack placement and how much value you get out of that. So actually, we're going to be seeing both cards, so both players playing very similar playstyles. And Levi barely gained the lead there, and I think Levi might have a 5... I have a 5-cost card right now, I'm not too sure. That's going to be a lot of value also with Steel Eel. That did give a lot of area for Calliope to work with, but Levi has some equal spots to work with in kind of the bottom right there. And Levi is definitely deciding how he wants to play this, as this Steel Eel is definitely meta pick in this tournament. And we're going to be seeing the Hydra, and that is kind of what I expected because I did not remember him playing the Hydra. And there we go. I think it's going to be the first match win for Levi. Yep, winning by about 6 points there. I think my Chatterino is going to work today. It's not going to work today. I think I have to... update it soon. So yeah, already deciding the counter pick pretty much immediately. Where are you going to take Levi's deck? You're going to take him to X. Maybe equal win out there. And then carry momentum throughout the set. Ooh, also square. Yeah, squared with commons. There's so many options. Oh, double Gemini? Do you have a commons only deck for double Gemini, or are you just trying to cheese out a win? I have no idea. I don't know how good a commons only deck would be on Gemini. I know some of the cards that self-activate are actually commons. Not all, like, there's a couple that aren't that way, of course, but Wow, what a terrible hand. No, because the main thing is that the starting blocks in, in Double Gemini are very, very close to each other in comparison to other maps, so the push into mid often happens in the first turn. And yeah, Twinicle, I forget it's a common. That's kind of a hit. That's kind of a sleeper. The spacing is a bit awkward, but it does have some pretty good combos. And yeah, I'm not really surprised by the special attack in that last game either, just because your 13s are going to be your main reliability for special attacks in the endgame. You could use Flutter, but Flutter is very, very hard to get max value out of. And wow, Levi is already pushing super hard, and it's blocked off about half of the map right now. And Calliope is just, nope, just going straight into it, just going super defensive. I feel like you should try to... I feel like, yeah, I don't know if that's the best play, because now you're going to get blocked off. And now the one opportunity you had to push is now going to get blocked off, definitely, by Levi. I do like the orientation of the combos right now, but sometimes you don't want to be so defensive, especially on such a big map like this. You need to take control of all regions of the map as much as you can. So we'll kind of see what Calliope's cooking. Levi, on the other hand, has lots of space. They have basically Calliope's entire spawn, and yep, now Calliope is kind of locked in. And yeah, losing by points and losing by space, it's very bad to do that in the early game. But here's the thing. You can also push fairly aggressively. Calliope is probably looking to push in some way right now, but this also might get blocked or read. Wow, okay, so Calliope kind of bringing this back a bit. Calliope just being very confident in the specials that they have. That's the thing, they did have a lot of commons. Or they did have a lot of smalls in their hand, but the cards that they have definitely allowed her to get a lot of special to then push back in after getting locked out, which is a thing that, you know, a lot of players don't do. When they get locked out, they kind of just panic, but there's very simple recovery plays like that, and having a decent amount of smalls, like 3 to 4, can definitely save your butt, for sure. And yeah, you know, even with that 13, Levi just has so much space right now. I'm not really sure if Abby can bring the momentum back here. So, is finding one spot to play this Brella. Brella isn't a card you really see too often. It's really used in niche types of decks in Gemini due to its design and kind of the nature of like how its special is activated. So yeah, I'll be bringing that back a little bit. Levi does not have a ton of special right now, and yep, now we're seeing kind of the synergy of the smalls working in Calliope's favor right now. Yeah, Levi's still having the lead. Levi still has some space right now, and actually also, Gutur would have been really good there. Wow, okay, that's might be kind of a suicidal play. I don't know if you want to waste your small like that. Seems way too risky. I would special with the Splat Bomb and try to get 2 special right now. So maybe in your base, perhaps. I'm not too sure. It's my only guess right now. You really only see one spot where you can do that. Yeah, I mean, unless you're running Small Fry and Splat Bomb, that might be a terrible idea. Because, yeah, I mean, Levi still has room to work with, and you managed to push in, you still got blocked. I do like the angle shooter play there, just because the special block is orientated in such a way to where it can be special attacked from later. But it might be too little too late. If Levi can just get a couple of specials, or even pass right now, this could be really good. Now, Levi doesn't have any special. Calliope is building towards Flutter. So, I don't know. I feel like if YouTuber is played right now, you might have enough special... You might not have enough special to recover. So, Levi does have the space advantage, but does not have very good special economy. It's kind of the thing that I'm worried about. So, really how Calliope special attacks here and gets special back is going to be very, very important. Because, yeah, I mean, you have a 4-11, a 3-8, another 3-8, a 5-14, and just got to go for the pass. I mean, oh man, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. That's a pretty strategic pass because if Levi doesn't have anything to defend this, I think he's gonna lose because he's kind of just been placing stuff down, not really going for the combos per se. And is there a good spot for Flutter? I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Did Levi pass? I think Levi might have passed. I don't know. What could Levi play right now? Levi would have to defend with a small. Even get a chance right now. I'm not too sure. It's a pass. No, the wiper! The wiper! The wipe... Oh my god, the wiper, dude. Coming in clutch. I think it might have won Levi the game. No! Flutter actually... Saving Calliope's... Saving Calliope there. Even with that wiper defense, that was still not enough. Very crazy game, in general. So 1-1 versus the 3 wins. Where is Levi? Levi's gonna take Calliope to, excuse me, to Main Street. Very neutral stage. Also one of our 3 starter stages. Main Street, Thunder Point, and River Drift are all starter stages, legal starter stages currently. And yeah, Flutter is the biggest common card that you can play, and that definitely saved Calliope in the end of that match. Was able to, excuse me, fit it pretty easily in Gemini, which I definitely did not expect. Nice opening. I also like the positioning of the special block there to be played a lot more aggressively than the other Splat Charger, the normal Splat Charger. So yeah, Levi already kind of has his play, and he's gonna be going full-on aggressive, and that's gonna be really nice because he can combo something pretty easily off of the barrel of that blaster. And I don't know if Calliope is gonna care about being pushed. Yeah, I don't think she cares. I think she's just gonna push anyway. Nice defense. Maybe could have converted that, but put the Clash in the corner there. Wow, Calliope really taking control of Levi's spawn. Levi has to make a move right now. Nice Moz, and that's also a great spot because I can perfectly fit Octo Stamp as well. So really nice. The Splat Charger also coming out for Calliope, the ZNF. It's a card that came out in the new season, and people really love it. In the competitive community, like both in PvP and Tableturf, people love the ZNF Splat Charger. It's a great design. Still very close. I'm going to expect a very defensive play right now from Calliope. Just trying to get some combos right now. No, actually going for a more aggressive defense. Trying to possibly mitigate a clash right now. And oh, that card for that deck I actually really like. It's not the worst thing in the world. So maybe wanting to combo some cards later on, looking at your deck. Maybe deciding to play more towards the bottom. But I mean, you can play your cards in lots of different ways. It's kind of hard to predict what a player is going to do in particular. Wow, okay. So, kind of a smart idea. Even though, you know, Clibey would have won that clash in theory. Right now, this match is looking really strange. This is like what a Thunder Point match would look like. Not, you know, not a Main Street match. Very strange. Nice. Okay, so both specials being activated there, and Clibey has a bunch of easy activate specials, and it's still tied going into almost the end game here. You never really see this. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. Curly Mom would be perfect there, but I don't think Clibey runs Curly Mom in this deck and not see it when she previewed her deck. I don't know. What kind of space does Levi have? Okay. Enough space for a Clash Blaster, though, to win that Clash. And Levi's still barely having the lead. This is such a close game. And right now you only have... You can't really special attack, at least from what I'm seeing, but try coming in clutch there. And both of them just slowly getting special. This is... Oh my goodness. Enzap placed... Oh, nice spot there for the Enzap 89. Perfect spot. Perfect spot there also for the Octo Stamp as well. And this is tied up. Clibey has a ton of space to work with right now. I could realistically play a 3/8, possibly into a 5-cost. Which is probably going to be the decisions you want to be making right now if the amount of special that you have. Levi has to play this very, very carefully. I would try to go for a special attack where you get 2. If I was you, just to kind of tank this first special attack and then play a 5-cost. There you go. That's exactly... A 3/8 into a 5-cost is probably really good in a no 3/12s format. Those types of cards are going to be seeing a lot more relevance. And, oh yeah, I forgot. A lot more special than that. And Levi's still in the lead. Levi has to defend against a Flutter. Levi, I don't know. That's the thing. Flutter, its shape is very weird. That Spade towards top is probably the best bet you're going to be getting as of right now. That's an okay amount of value. Levi already made his decision pretty quickly, so either he passed or he found the best position very quickly, which is also sometimes what happens. Also what happens is that you might not find the best position until the end of the game. It's Launch Machine special attack. Let's see if this can be defended. I don't actually know who won that. I'm going to be surprised if Clibey won it. Clibey still won it. Flutter being the cinch of this deck. It's the biggest card that you can play, so might as well abuse it. Right? The special attacks there were a bit more clumsy from Levi. So now Clibey's up 2-1 in the set. Clibey's just a win one more game, and yeah, I think Flutter is definitely the type of card to where if you get it, you don't want to play, you just want to play it as a special attack. It's almost being used as a pseudo 3/12, which is quite interesting. And gonna be going to square squared. Very weird hand. Don't know if those are the best cards to push into mid, and Senkai decided to go for it. You do have the Steel Ill and the 2/3/8, so not the worst thing ever right now. Ooh, eating up a little bit of that Dynamo, but Levi's still getting the... Levi's still getting most of those points there. Now, as for how you would, use this reflux, I don't really know. I'm not too sure. I am not sure. Oh, let's see how the bracket's doing. And usually when you play Blaster or those cube type of cards, you want to play them against corners or where it's easily activated. Very aggressive E-Liter 4K scope. And it's also perfect because that covers the bottom of that special block, and it sets up for the one on the left. Which special blocks, you do a lot of things. You have to attack from them, you can use them as a form of defense. There's a lot of layers of, surprisingly a lot of layers of complexity when it comes down to it, which is why I think it's really cool. Or why I think this mode is really cool. Very, very aggressive range blaster. I don't know if I said this, but yeah, I think I've seen Hawking use that card a lot more. Very defensive Dynamo. But if Levi plays the right card, this can be pierced extremely easily. Levi does have a lot of space control in mid and has lots of rows of tiles available in his base. And yeah, not the worst thing ever. Pretty good clash as well. I definitely am not... Yeah, I definitely... Nice 10 attack. I definitely don't expect Flutter to be played. I think it's just going to be used more so towards the end of the game. It's kind of a last-ditch effort, because it has won Calliope 2 games now. So you definitely want to... Wow, what a weird clash. Okay. I did give a lot of special for Calliope. And doesn't really have anything special attack with. Just trying to... Okay, that's actually really good, because you're not really meant to activate Reflexes special all the time. And nice. Activate another one. And no 3/8s to kind of pierce right now. I don't really want to waste those smalls either. Where can you play this E-Liter in a spot to where you can have synergy off from it later? I'm not too sure. No, there's not really any space towards the top there. Ooh, okay, that's a weird sprinkler placement. I don't know if you want to do that. Lot better. I mean, if you're gonna pierce, might as well use sprinkler, in my opinion. Nice spot there also for the Moz. You put that against the wall, and all you have to do is just slap a Octo Stamp in there, and it's all honky-dory. Ooh, Fizzy. I thought Calliope used Suction, but I mean, I could be wrong. Could be wrong, of course. I'll always remember little details like that. That does give a lot of points to Levi, because, yeah, +6 there for the Fizzy. And the Try... Oh, where could you place the Try where it's, like, valuable? Possibly in... Well, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you place it. We're not going to be seeing... I think Calliope has played... basically all of her 3/8, so we might be just seeing a bunch of special farming right now. So a small into a pass into the Flutter. If Levi does not have a way to counteract this. Interesting NZAP play. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to use a card like that, might as well use Zap instead of Junior. Junior is a bit weird. Yeah, I mean, both players having a ton of special right now. And I think we're going to be seeing the same thing. So, wow, actually, no, not deciding to go for the dualies into the Flutter. Just a bit weird, because I definitely do see a couple spots where that could work. That might, I don't know, that might not be good enough. Because, yeah, I mean, Calliope had 6 special in this game as well, and that's how she won the game, is by having a special to use the Flutter. Tri-Streamer can also be a very, very valuable option here. It just depends on how Calliope wants to spend these special points for the end of the game. So yeah, what you do in the last 2 turns is crucial. I don't know... Oh, actually, sealing a bit of turf And playing Clash Blaster normally as well. That's going to be a ton of points. Both have 5. It's going to be the Flutter versus the Dynamo. I don't think Levi uses Flutter. Levi already finding his spot so quickly. Very adept at finding those types of things. Yeah, I don't know. Depending on how much value Levi gets, I don't think this Flutter is going to be enough, because the problem with Flutter is that, while it is a 14, it's very hard to get max value from, and its shape is very awkward as actually special attack. So, yeah, I mean, not getting the well, actually, it's a lot of value there on the right. I didn't even notice that too much. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure. I did not pay attention to the math there. I can't do the math very easily. And Levi actually taking that game. So Levi actually counteracting that. If Levi did if Clappy did like a 3-8, did those dualies into the Flutter, I think she could have won. So I'm wondering what that decision was for. So, game 5. We're going to see a Riverdrift match. Riverdrift counterpick. This is a map Clappy hates. So I'm kind of surprised to see the counterpick. This might go very badly for her. I don't know. Actually, I want to see. Oh, there's an update for... There's an update for Chatterino. I did not even know that. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Yes, create a desktop shortcut. Install. Flutter as an opening is very weird. I don't know if you want to do that, considering... Setup failed. I think it's updated, I think. No, don't show the changelog. I think that's... Okay, it wasn't updated for some reason, but now it is. Okay, cool. What a weird opening. I don't know if either would have been the best first turn play, but... Second play, it's a little bit better. You kind of want to use it like Steelio, where you kind of want to hug one side of the arena, or the choke point. And that's how you push off from it. That's how you special attack from it later. So yeah, because of that Moz, can't really play Steelio in a spot to where it's good enough. Tri-Stringer also being in a very, very weird spot right now. Yeah, if you're forced to play Flutter, that's really bad. In my opinion, at least. Nice. Good Pierce. And that's gonna be an easy activation if Levi decides to carry Burst Bomb, but I don't think Levi's the type of player has the balls to run Burst Bomb in a Commons-only tournament. That'd be pretty funny. Nice activation there from the Tantech. Usually, you see people use Splatter Shot, but I do see a couple players like Polo and Livy. Wow, eating up most of that! The machine destroying the Splatter Shot, like it usually happens. That matchup in PvP. I don't think this Dynamo is going to be enough. I do like how Dynamo's played because it does set up for some pretty nice combos. Livy's still going to be in the negative right now. Or, not the negative, but... not going to be winning in points, per se. So hasn't drawn a lot of their smalls. And has to do with what they have right now. Oh man, Bonemiser beat Polo 3-2, it's crazy. I'm going to be casting a set in losers after this one. Clappy is still thinking about what to do. Even after I looked at the bracket for 20 seconds. You can't make this stuff up, actually. Well, Tri-Stringer as well. I love hooking the whole of that Tri-Stringer around the starting block. It's a classic opener on Lakefront. I really like that opener. And has not pulled Tri yet. It does have a perfect spot, though. Might be relying a bit too much on the combo. But, I mean, it is a very good combo, in general. It's pretty decent. So, yeah, it's kind of the opposite here. Clappy is very confident in what she's doing, and Levi is trying to decide how to kind of play this. How do you want to set up this next defense? Great. Perfect pull to try. Levi is still barely in the lead with that card. Yeah, Tri-Stringer is a really good card. People don't realize it, but I've seen it used so much in tournaments to very great effect. It's extremely good at flanking. Just very good. It's a very good card. Nice positioning there with the Wiper. I almost said Whopper. Wiper. Can still play Reflux as well. Where can you play that? Maybe, like, in the corner there? I didn't even realize you could play in the corner. And, yeah, interesting spot. So the one thing is that Levi's special block defense is extremely, extremely good. Kind of towards the middle. That's kind of a common issue that you see in this map, to where you kind of have these special blocks set up in mid, and then you start base building in the back. That way, if your opponent decides to attack, they can't really attack your base, right? And look at that blaster, or look at that range blaster. It's so deep into Clappy's base, and Clappy barely really has anything. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's very, very strange. So, I don't know. I mean, I think Levi is much better positioning right now. I don't know if Clappy can bring this back. A lot of game 5s we've seen so far, which has been cool. It's nice not to see a bunch of captains and, you know, little Judds and stuff like that. That would probably be your best bet, is playing that Enzap very aggressively, because that also activates the special, and it gives you a nice special attack, or a special block to attack from for the last turn, turn 12. Which is probably one of the most important things that you can do. If you don't do that, you are much, much more likely to actually lose. Five seconds? How are you gonna do it? I don't know. Whenever I see people in the 60-second timeline when they do all of that, and wow, actually activating the special block that he got so early on, and wow, Levi has so much to work with. Not even the Flutter is going to save you now. I think Levi is going to take this. Yeah, because I see people rotating their cards a lot, and it's like, they just decide on a bunch of things, and then just go back to what they originally thought. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would give up personally in Clappy's position, but I don't know. I don't think Clappy is one of those types of players to just give up. Trying to really find some situation to make this work. I respect the mindset, at least. And the Dynamo versus the Flutter. Yep. And that's going to be so far... See, you know, Levi got so far into Clappy's base. And Clappy barely got far at all. Yeah, that was just well played. Okay, we're actually heading to this match now. Bonemiser versus Levi and stuff. This is winners finals, best of 5. First 3 wins. Okay, interesting. So, actually running both jets. You don't really see that at all, even with some of the rares and freshes, so... Kinda, wow. Both cards being played at the exact same time. Really interesting. Yeah, the jet cards, I'm not too familiar with. Definitely kind of weird. I do like that aggressive Dynamo. placement of the special tile as well. But I don't know if it's... Ooh, that's a really good spot. Really good spot for the Dynamo. And both players blocking up their spawns pretty easily in these first 2 turns, but this could also be clashed very easily. Wow, actually not getting a clash there. You don't really see that. But does give it a pretty nice spot for Levi to potentially attack from or pierce from later in the match. Did not manage to see that play. Doesn't really matter, it's pretty early on in the game, so a lot of base combos are being decided right now. Levi admittedly has a ton of space to work with in this part of the match, and a lot of the stresses aren't really going to start... yeah, not really stressing too much. Wait, I gotta do a ping. I gotta do a ping. Hold on. Okay, I decided to let people know, because I don't think some people know if, like, that I changed my name and stuff. So hopefully people know now. You know, I wouldn't mind doing something like stage striking for a weekly like this, but the problem is that it's very casual in its execution. So I don't know if it's entirely necessary, and wow, Octodisco can... Oh yeah, I forgot Octodisco is a common. That's a very strange... Very strange card. I never see that card being played. Very strange. Wow, okay, that's very weird position. Levi has a ton of special right now. Nice spot there for the suction as well. I'm just shocked the Octodisco even managed to fit there. Oh yeah, I forgot Fish Stick is a card too. I never see people use that. It's like a very, very, very awkward, very awkward shape in general. So I mean, Bonemiser still has the lead right now. The other aspect to consider is that Levi is more special. And Levi's special block defense is really good right now, but this Wiper might change that. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely a couple of factors going into play here for the last 3 turns. That was a pretty smart charger, because even though I didn't get a lot of special, it still gave a ton for Bonemiser, and I don't know if Bonemiser has a lot right now to work with. Bonemiser... I mean, this is nice, because it is going to give back 3, but is the 3-8 going to be enough to handle the amount of special that Levi has? And Levi, that's the thing, Levi still has a lot of room in his base, like a ton. A ton of room as well. And wow, actually eating up some of that blobber. Don't really see that. That's gonna barely be the lead, and that's gonna be a 5 versus a 3-8. That's not gonna be enough. Yeah, Levi just placed that down instantaneously. Wow. That was very unfortunate. And the Dynamo coming out again! will not be enough. As long as Dynamo gets most of its value, it's gonna be the first game going to Levi. So yeah, I mean, where's Bonemiser gonna go? I'm not too sure. The thing is also, this bracket is only like 8 players. So losers should be going by pretty fast as for right now. I think Bonemiser is... Okay, so Levi had to go to the bathroom or something, and Bonemiser is probably gonna be thinking pretty hard about the counter pick right now. Levi is making a Gemini deck. Interesting. So making a deck mid-tournament. You don't really see this too often. Which, I mean... Yeah, I mean, Levi did get beat by Clappy on Gemini, so he probably has to quickly make up something in time for this match. Usually when you see people... You might see people swap out a card or something, but I think this is the first time that you've seen a deck swap. Or not even a deck swap, just making a new deck and then using it. Usually you would test it a bit first, but... maybe Levi forgetting that, yes, all the maps are played in this tournament, technically, even box seats, but both players have to, you know, like, agree with it. Agree with it first. It's kind of the main downside. Okay, first of all, it's not Toe Licker. Reading Challenge impossible. Second of all, it's Toe Tickler. They're two different things. So 2 times he mispronounced my name. This is why we need the email, because people can't read. Alright, anyway. Going into this Gemini match, Levi apparently made a deck for this. So we'll kind of see what this is about. Yeah, also, I thought it was funny. That's why I made it my name. So getting the Dynamo and the Hydra, or the either 4K scope, very early on, which I don't know if you want to do that on Gemini. You might want to save those for the end of the game. And Fish Stick as well, it's going to give a lot of pressure both vertically and a little bit horizontally as well. It gives me kind of vibes a bit. Ooh, Octodisco! Nice thing about Octodisco is that a lot of 2x2 cards can fit in there very easily. Which is kind of its niche, but that's the only niche it has. Like, it's just so weird to play. Because after a certain point of the game, you can't even really play it. It's just kind of... I don't know. Just... It's not very good. So, yeah, that is a very unique defense. I don't really see that. That's the thing. Octodisco is just very unique. You don't really see those types of defenses too often. Nice Pierce. But also... Yeah, so... Wow, okay. So, Levi's kind of putting the pressure now on Bonemiser, but this is a great defense coming out from Bonemiser. Being put in a very good spot. I don't think there's really a lot of cards that could poke through this. Maybe Heavy, but Heavy was playing the first turn. I'm not really too sure if that's going to be worth it. Chum being played, that's not a very good spot because Chum, or not Chum, what am I saying? Koak. Koak being played in a nice spot there. And it's nice because Octodisco can also be played there as well, kind of from what I'm seeing. Jet can be played, or is that custom Jet or is that Jet? I don't know exactly. I think it's Jet. The Jet sculpture. I don't have all the card art memorized, guys. Give me a break. Scrapper. Okay, I like it. Yeah, it's funny because the AI, the first AI who plays in this map, Judd, actually uses a lot of salmonid cards, and I have to charge my controller. Sorry about that. It's the one thing you can't disable. Nice. Steelhead is also a great card, can activate against those corners of the map, and Levi's gonna have the lead. Bonemiser does not have a lot of space left, but does have some cards to start comboing right now. Ooh, Swaprella as well. Yeah, I also forget Swaprella's common. All the main weapons are commons, except for the Hero Shot from the single player, which is not a real multiplayer weapon, of course. I don't know. Right now, there's not a ton going on, so that's really not why I'm talking. I'm not talking too much. I do like how the Zinc kind of fits in there, but it's not the best position. I think you might want to go for an aggressive Viper play, potentially. Because right now, yeah, you don't have a ton of space, and that Octodisco can be placed just perfectly. Its shape is just so good for being fit into spawn, just like that. Exactly like that. That's almost pretty good. There is a spot there where Sprinkler can be placed, but I don't know. Not a ton of options right now for Bonemiser. Common's only Gemini meta. I don't know if it's been actually discovered yet. I don't even really know what the meta is myself. Don't really know. Yeah, what would you really do here? You kind of just have to play a card. You kind of just have to play something and hope it works. Because right now, the orientation or the placement of your special blocks are very strange. Find your best bet, activating 2 there, while activating that card as well. And you're going to be forced to pass. Yeah, this looks like, I don't know if the Jet cards are the best for Gemini. They seem a bit awkward. Yep, Levi's still having cards to play, and slowly gain that special. And Bonemiser might be able to might be able to get some traction done with, yeah, I don't even know if they could do that, because, I don't know, the special blocks are just so spread out, and they're in such poor positions to attack from that I'm not really sure if this is even good enough. Yeah, Zenith also being kind of a weird position right now. This might be it. Hasn't pulled one of the Chargers yet. That's not really gonna matter too much. Yeah, trying to go for pass instead. Not really having any good value right there. And we stealing even more turf. It's gonna be over 100 points for Levi. Entering this last turn, what will Levi do? Yeah, the 4K scope versus the Tri-Stringer. That's going to be a huge points deficit as well. It's going to be game 2. For Levi with over 100 points. Up 2-0. You know, Bonemiser could claw something back, but it's going to be really hard. These counter picks. Thunder points. This could potentially be a very decisive first game. I did not mean to open that program. You never see cards like Octodisco, like, ever. It's definitely a card that... Oh, I got a new update for Live Split. I did not know that. Sure, might as well update. It's not like I'm doing anything else. Okay, Fish Stick. Wow, Fish Stick. I remember I used Fish Stick in one of my first decks for Thunderpoint. And it worked okay. I don't know if one of the AI used it. I don't remember exactly, but I thought it was okay. And I don't know. Over time, it became worse and worse for me. So I kind of just replaced it. I replaced it with more chargers, more splat lanes. I just used a lot more cards, and wow, okay. So, Bone actually getting a very big high roll there with both the Octodisco and the Fish Stick, providing tons and tons of horizontal pressure, and this might... Okay, so Levi will not be locked out. Levi does still have room to work with, and Bonemiser probably going to try to defend this. The only way I could see this being pierced is if a brush is played, perhaps. I don't know if a card is that long diagonally, though. Yeah, Gemini for commons only is definitely a bit weird, for sure. It's not even encouraging a clash as well. It's even halfway through the game. That's crazy. And they both don't have any special points either. They're probably getting very similar draws where they might be setting up for combos, but they don't have the opportunities to get those special points from the combo setups. Nice to be the first one on the board for Levi. That's a perfect spot there for Viper. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there in the middle. Right now, you want to be getting some special, or you can also play the suction in the middle as well. A couple options right now. And if I was you, I would probably use the suction and then special attack with the Viper, just to kind of get some... to get something set up for endgame, because right now it's looking pretty weird. The special block defense from Levi has been consistently good. Very, very consistently good. So far, watching these matches. And Clash coming in clutch, but Viper taking up most of that as well. It's going to be a 5-5 trade instead with points. Nice. Okay, so Mini can be played. Well, I'm not too surprised. The shape actually fits there for Mini. I almost said Minnie Mouse, but I forgot this isn't like Disney. This is like Tableturf Battle. When you're solo commentating, you just start making up like random stuff in your head, and you just like everything just stops making sense basically. Oh, okay. So that one makes sense. So yeah, if you don't run Mini, I probably would have done what I did, but Zing also works really well there. And Bonemiser still has room towards the bottom. Levi might be forced to... Oh, but with this... I'm not too sure. Levi and Bone are probably going to be playing some smalls right now to prepare for the double special attack on the 11th and 12th turns. Because the 10th turn is kind of like... Maybe you might do an early special. You have a lot of special points, but... in this, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. It's... setting up another way to set up potentially for the end of the match, of course. Viper versus a Charger as well. Now, does Bonemiser have a way to use a bigger card here, like a 3/8, and get enough special back to where you can play another card? I would probably go for a 3/8 into a 3/8. See a couple of opportunities for that, at least in the middle and towards the top. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good spot. Because Levi has a ton of special, and you definitely gotta do consistent special attacks. You definitely don't want to do a small special attack or you might lose. Might want to do something like that where it gets a ton of value. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And the 3/8 is pretty solid for the end of the game. Both have SWAT chargers as well. Very nice. Levi's gonna have enough. I don't know if this 3/8 is gonna be enough to defend. I think the Dynamo is going to be just enough here. And yeah, I mean, if you have 6 special, you know, use the 3/8 and then go into a 5 cost. Seems pretty, or a 5/13 seems pretty good to me. Seems like a good decision. This might be the game for Levi. I'm not seeing a ton of value of the Squiffer. It's okay value. But yep, the Dynamo being played. Where's this gonna be played? All the way in Bone's base! Man! That is barely gonna be the match for Levi. Even the double 3/8 could not save Bonemiser there. 3-0 for Levi. A little bit late. Maybe that Turf 4 match was not the best idea.
You want me to watch the opposite person? Oh, yeah. 6 turns.
You can do whatever you want. I don't really mind.
Alright. I'll spectate the same person so I can see what they're doing.
And this is losers semis. We're testing out best of 5 on semifinals, so this is going to be quite interesting.
This is going to be weird to watch because I knocked both of these people to losers.
Yeah, it is weird, right? It's very strange. Are you watching the opposite person?
I'm also watching Rose Dragon so I can comment, like, see the same things.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't really mind what you do. So, I mean, kind of looking at this, it looks like both players got very aggressive starts.
Yeah.
Like, extremely aggressive, and oh my goodness, look how much special Rose Dragon has.
Oh my gosh.
Not believe it.
That's a pretty easy
So,
step.
kind of what I've noticed is that a 3/8 into a 5/13 is really good with no 3/12s. It's basically your best option.
That's exactly what I've been doing lately. I've been hitting 5/15s, but I usually finish with Dynamo.
Well, there's no 15 common
That's not
card.
5/15.
Yeah.
5/14.
5/14. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Flutter seems okay, but I feel like you get a lot more value consistently with, with Dynamo or something. Or just any of the other big 13s.
Yeah. I don't think I run a 14 size card in my deck. Unless it's one of the Splatlings, I can't remember.
A lot of the 14 cards are pretty, like, bad for their mid.
They're a little awkward, yeah.
They are very awkward. Like,
I'm very interested to see...
Like, okay, who uses Judd? Who uses Judd, honestly?
Yeah. I used to.
Does anyone use Judd? Well, let me know in the chat if you use Judd. Not Little Judd. Judd.
Yeah, I really did used to, because I was like, oh man, the sprinkler wall combos go crazy here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It did, in fact, did not go crazy.
Did not go stupid. Yeah, I can't believe Bonemiser uses Octodisco. That card is so awkward.
Octodisco on Gemini was crazy to see. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. But, I mean, the problem with that Gemini game is that, like, you know, their special block placements were so weak. Like, it was weak really offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
So it's not the best. I mean, I don't know. This looks... Ivy barely has any special unless she's gonna pull off some crazy combo right now. That's wow, only one.
Looking 3-3 with an 11 turf gap.
Yeah, 3-7 versus another 3-7 or a 3-8. This is looking pretty good. That's basically max value for.
Perfect stinger. I'm a bit of a stinger op because I feel like it's a bit outclassed. But
yeah, I didn't watch the beginning of this game, so I don't know. Looks like both players had very aggressive starts. But Rose Dragon's deck comboed a lot more. So it's going to be the first match win for Rose Dragon.
Yes, and this is a best of 5 here in semi-losers.
Which, I don't know, on Thunder Point, really it's one of those maps where aggressiveness and like offense and defense are perfectly kind of mirrored, so
yeah,
you'd be good at both aspects.
That's kind of like squared.
Yeah.
You can kind of go anywhere.
Yeah, right. Because, like, yeah, I mean, you could both get very similar openings, but yeah, Stinger is definitely a card that's come into the meta more recently. Yeah,
I'm really shocked to see this much Gemini for both players.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking, and Carbon's really good in this map. I got kind of destroyed by Shelly and Donnie. by the Carbon rollers.
Yeah. The Hollow Hydra. I love seeing Hollow, because I barely ever get to even see what it looks like.
Yeah, Rose is a Hydra main.
Oh.
It makes sense.
Silently judging.
Yeah. I mean, its kit is, like, okay in this game.
It's fine.
As a card, it's a lot better.
I would agree.
I sometimes like it a lot more than Heavy. It depends.
It depends on the map, really.
Good defense
I would argue that Hydra's a little bit better.
Good defense there from the Flutter.
Interesting pick.
Yeah, because, well, I mentioned this a couple times already, but Flutter is the biggest common card.
And
it's such a weird shape, right?
I don't see any reason to use it other than X Garden, I would argue. Because on X Garden, it can immediately deny a space for both players while giving turf advantage.
Yeah.
But, like, as a card, it's really hard to combo with.
Man, Octobomber is kind of like the common M parry. I've been seeing that a lot this event.
I only used it on Gemini, but I could see its usefulness.
That's pretty nasty, honestly. I mean, also, this is the first event that I've seen where, like, no 312s are kind of there. And, I don't know, I think it's definitely a little more creative to watch people try to get special points to, like, use 2 different types of special attacks. I think it can be more interesting depending on, like, how you view the game.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique. Yeah, Splatbrella, also an occasional pick that you see in this map as well. Carbon is one of those cards where kind of place it in those little gaps of open space. Like you might not play it immediately because it doesn't have like a ton of reach like L3.
Yeah,
it's a bit more blocky.
I really don't see it played outside of Gemini much.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a reason that, you know, something like L3 is more popular than Splat Dualies, for instance. I mean, L3 just has a more consistent shape with a lot of the maps. I mean, Splat Dualies also isn't bad, don't get me wrong. You know, Splat Dualies activates a lot of cards, but...
Yeah.
What separates, like, really good cards from, like, good cards is often not a lot. Like, it's really just 1 to 2 aspects which might be outclassed or something. Wow, Flinza! I have not seen that card in forever.
Yeah, I saw that in Rose's deck earlier. It's such a weird card.
It is really weird. Yeah, I remember
it is kind of like a tiny dynamo with how you activate the special.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I would say Big Swig is more of that analog. I think... I remember trying to use Flinza once, and I just couldn't get it to work, so I just stopped using it. I never see Flinza, ever. It's another card that's kind of like making a hitting cameo. Oh, Dark Tetra! And covering out most of that as well. Rose Dragon still having the points lead, even though not a ton of special.
Yeah, nice. I'd argue the main reason to use Flinza, which I don't see that much, is just that it can be activated by anything on a wall, kind of like H or L3, kind of like Sloshing Machine.
Kind of like
but
Moz.
It is bulky, so.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Chum, classic Chum W.
That's
a very
one
solid
space
card.
off, I guess. Oh yeah, I can use Sprinkler now and get 2 special.
Yeah, I also see that. I either see 10 attack or Sprinkler on these maps. both are solid cards.
I really don't see Ink Mine much. I'm kind of surprised to see that one.
Yeah, I don't see that either. Because usually when you see Ink Mine, it's used as like a checkerboard in a checkerboard deck, right?
Yeah.
It's not really like, you don't really see it like, or you might see it paired with one card, but I don't really know if Ink Mine, yeah, Ink Mine doesn't really pair well with any of these cards.
Yeah.
In the deck that I've seen.
I think I would run T-Tech instead.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing though.
It's not possible this game.
It's T-Tech's a rare. It's one of the only smalls that's a rare, I believe. So, yeah.
In that case, if this deck doesn't run Angle Shooter, I'd run Angle Shooter instead. I like Angle Shooter a lot.
Oh, big shot!
That still fits. Love to see it.
I cannot believe it. The big shot fitting in the side
Angle
there.
Shooter shaped space there.
I thought Flameza was going to be played, but no,
yeah.
Saving space for the big shot. And, oh no. So, I mean... Yeah, that's the thing, like... That's the thing there.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of space, but... you don't have a ton of special. It's really something you have to balance. You can't always have everything. And that's kind of something Rose Dragon was... You see all those weirdly placed special blocks. They're just all very awkward.
Yeah.
And honestly, Calliope's was a bit awkward as well, but it was just a little bit less awkward.
It was a very mobile game.
Match.
Both sides were really moving around the map a lot there. It was kind of hard to combo with much.
Yeah.
Which is how double Gemini games go sometimes. It really just depends.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Gemini is a weird map. It's not like the bag kind of weird, but it's a map that not everyone is used to.
Yeah.
Per se. So we're not going to see Gemini again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to counterpick to that. I don't think people are going to counterpick to that intentionally.
It's happened.
Yeah,
it's 1-1 for Calliope and Rose Dragon here. Oh, oops. I was trying to spectate.
Oh. Rose Dragon must be really thinking about this counterpick. We're doing all this tomfoolery.
We're really tomfooling right now.
Yeah, really polar expressing right now.
For real. What team are you going for this Splatfest, Toe Tickler?
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna go with Courage. My pick.
That's how the rest of my friend group is chosen. I've split with one other person to go Wisdom. We're hoping we could public queue Tricolor at least once.
Oh no, I got a bot. I have to ban it. Don't click that link, guys. Go to Dogehype.com. I want Dogecoin. Yeah,
real, guys. That link is real.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't click that link. Okay, going into this match.
Rose Dragon has a very vertical hand. That's interesting.
Yeah, really vertical. Has 4 different options to push from.
Yeah.
And possibly more. Running all these different... That's the thing, you don't really see the scopes. They're very much outclassed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're... the bits on both sides are very strange to work around. They're just very
awkward. They're awkward for sure. I avoid using them basically at all costs. I don't like having a 3-wide long piece.
Yes.
You should push further.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Both sides choosing to push further. I did not expect that.
Yeah, that's weird. This is kind of... I know Calliope is really familiar with this map, and it was a hard read, I don't know. Yeah, I saw a very interesting play at Taz.to and X Marks the Garden, so for their opening, they played like double charge, like double scope, and they blocked off their base a bit. It's kind of like a worse way to block after spawn versus like Dynamo, but I think it's really interesting. Because, I mean, neither player really got a good opening in that Taz versus Polo.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that splatter scope art in my life. I just do not see that card.
No, I never see it either. I mean, I see people use Pro, but I never see people use Scope. Like, I see Pro more than Scope. Just, I don't know. No, if you're gonna be kind of chunkier, you have to provide some value, and I don't know about the Slider Scope. Yeah, I mean, look at all these cards! Like, what?
Yeah.
Steel Eel,
This is a very long deck.
This is like a line deck. You never see this. This is like something Bone would run.
Yeah.
This is the
map.
Like
something Waffle would run.
Yeah, Waffle. Yeah, exactly. Waffle is one of those players who runs very, off the wall kinds of cards. Just very out there.
Just hype with it. Very cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's the type to defend Burst Bomb and list, like, 20 of its combos. Like, yeah, Burst Bomb can activate every single card in the game. That's why it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because, I mean, these types of decks, they don't work in every map. On a map like this, where you kind of want to be going and just, up, right, kind of those cardinal directions, it works really well. A map like Gemini, not as much. You're not going to see the Jets as much, or this up. And yeah, these are a lot of 7 long cards, which is kind of the golden standard you want to be as a card.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of determines your viability a lot. If you're a 6 long, that's automatically worse. That's why something
you're gonna lose your clashes, so
yes,
you want to be 7.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Stamper is not really used a lot. Its value is inconsistent, let's just say that.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but...
Yeah. Also, being a 3/6 is just...
Yeah, if you're going to be a 3/6, you have to provide... Oh, still in the special block for the Daimon. Oh my god.
Yeah. Rough.
Wow. That is...
I need to see this full deck list. This is the craziest thing I've seen.
Yeah, I've never seen someone run so many, 7 lawns or long... Dude, what? This is like every single charger in the book.
I'm kind of shocked right now. This is... I mean, look, I'm screenshotting now. I just screenshotted.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I'm gonna take that screenshot and just say the absolute state of Tableturf. Just
exactly.
Flying.
That is... Yeah, it's
and
like
Flutter, which is like, why? Okay.
And Flutter, yep.
And it's there.
Yeah, this is the craziest deck I've seen.
I'm so lost right now, but I'm kind of mesmerized that it could work, theoretically.
Yeah, I mean... That's the thing, though, if Rose Dragon doesn't special attack or try to get 2 more right now, it's
gonna end with Flutter, and that could actually secure something.
No Snipe Rider? Yeah, that's the thing, there is no Snipe Rider. That's true. I haven't seen
Non-Snipe Rider believer. I'm not a Snipe Rider believer. I farm kills on them all day.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be enough. I don't know if Flutter's going to be able to bring this back, because Calliope is realistically going to be able to do 2 special attacks right now, unless Calliope plays a small, which, can...
I don't see why. Unless Calliope finishes with a 6 special, but I don't think the deck has that.
No, there's no common cards that are 6 cost.
Yeah.
All the 6 cost cards are all freshes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Calliope is... Wow, okay. Really spent all... It's 58 seconds to truly decide. That's going to give back 2.
Okay.
And...
969, same special count. What? Oh, nope. That was scary. Misclicked the suction bomb there.
Nice Flutter. Yeah, nice
Flutter.
That is a good Flutter
plus move.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. With, the type of... I don't know. How the board state was kind of going throughout that game, I mean, it makes sense.
There's actually a chance that this is Rose Dragon's game, because this is a 14 cost 5, efficient, and Calliope doesn't have too great of a place to special from right now. Because, there's no
really.
thin parts of Rose Dragon's board right now, because it's all thin cards.
Not really.
We'll see. That Eluder looked pretty nice, though. Yep. Wow, 1 point. I knew it would be close.
That is crazy.
All right, Calliope up 2-1 on Rose Dragon. And,
that was insanely close. That deck was that's I've never seen so many long cards in my life.
I almost want to see another Lakefront counter pick just to
just
to see this deck. I'm so intrigued right now.
Yeah, it's rare when you see a card like Flutter get max value. That's one of those instances.
Yeah, it was one space off from max value, and it almost works perfectly.
What a crazy match.
I think the map should be squared. That's my input. Whatever.
Yeah, you know, I would like that as well. I've only seen squared like once. So
I
far.
counterpick to it. I'm loyal.
That's
I'm faithful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, Main Street, and are we gonna see the same, absolute line deck right now?
Actually maybe because Dynamo and Flutter were in Rose.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're gonna see the exact. Because yeah, I mean, people aren't gonna have time to make common decks for every single map, so I think we're just gonna use like one deck across every map.
Currently, I'm running one.
Yep, it's the same exact
deck.
I saw the preview. Yep, it's.
Yep, that's crazy. This is so hype.
Yeah, this is hype. Favorite deck building of the tournament, honestly. I think, did I see a Nautilus in there?
Sucks that Rose Dragon stuck with only no 7 long cards.
Yeah.
Being
forced, if you get Dynamo turn 1 in this position, you have to play it kind of facing like this, otherwise you don't have a lot of offensive staying power.
Yeah. Still a 6 long card.
Oh,
really not
okay, that's interesting. Oh no, they are running Nautilus. I don't see that card either. I like Nautilus. I really like Nautilus. Is basically a wiper next to like a block. It's you'll kind of see what I mean when the card comes up, but Nautilus is really underrated in my opinion.
And Nautilus is interesting. I find that it's a little bulky though. Interesting. It looks like Rose is going for. Was gonna go for special, but now I'm gonna poke further. Calliope's got a entry route straight on the right side of this map right now. And gonna get
the double stealing the special block again.
Ooh, actually could poke with that E-leader.
Yes.
Further. Yeah. Interesting way to place the special. I try to when I use something like E-leader, I try to go as high up with the special dot as possible for later.
Yeah, I mean, the higher up you place it, the less likely it might be clashed.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Calliope really only is aggressive when she absolutely needs to. She'll do defensive plays right at the beginning of the game if it means she can break out. Kind of what happened in that Gemini game. I think. Or one of the matches.
Calliope's not going to be able to push too far. I kind of have a hunch that Calliope has a pretty small hand right now. That's what it looks like. That's a interesting block. Could clash really easily.
It's a really interesting deck.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yep, you're going to be seeing... Since we kind of have card restrictions, obviously you're going to be seeing a lot of the same cards with some variations, but oh my god, Nautilus.
This is such a weird board state for Main Street.
Yeah, Nautilus is basically like an Octo Stamp combined with a Wiper.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
I could see that.
So
I would use Nautilus down where the dot of the Flutter is. Isn't that fit? Yeah.
Oh,
right there.
Oh, the lines supporters are coming out right now. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this type of deck in a tournament before, so it's really interesting to see. Because I have seen people. It
reminds me of the play style of a Squelcher deck, but really not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like there's many different cards that you can use with a line deck, or I don't know, like a slots deck. I don't really know what you would call it.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the shining example. Stuff like, you know, Flutter into Nautilus are great combos.
Yeah, I mean, it works. This is such a weird board state.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, it is really weird. This looks like a different map. This doesn't look like Main Street.
Yeah. A 50-50 split vertically is like not typical.
I don't know if you want to play that E-leader immediately just because it could be a big point swing later on. But yeah, Calliope getting a lot of special. And
good place to special from with that splat bomb. Oh, actually gonna place it down there.
Yeah, don't have Octo stamps, so just have to do with the splat bomb for now. Nice try placement as well. Calliope really likes try. And
Viper gonna get some more special. Both sides have a lot of special here.
Yes, a lot. And this is gonna be 2 more. Calliope, I don't know. I mean, we could see a very aggressive here. We could see 3 special attacks for the last turn. We could see like a small Intro.to specials. I don't really know what kind of cards Calliope has right now. If Calliope wins this, she whoever loses this set gets eliminated out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And oh wow, but that's the thing. Calliope did sacrifice a little bit, and Calliope doesn't have a lot of easy specials to activate. Maybe a couple in base, but it's not a ton right now. Kind of wasted the 5s as well. The 5 cost on the side of rarity. I don't really know. How can this be played?
That's interesting.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's another thing with scopes, because they're really weird to use.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's might be better to play the Splat Charger, or play the ZNF Splat Charger into the ZNF, because you don't really have a lot of high cost cards left. You kind of already used them, so.
Yeah, I think I would do ZF in a very similar spot, and then special off of that.
Yeah, like your biggest cards are like a 10. That might not be enough, and Calliope's playing an NZAP instead. That's a really... Oh, I don't know. Calliope does have a lot. Yeah.
Almost perfect scope.
Yeah, almost perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a Steelio could get...
Eel instead?
Near perfect placement.
Calliope just instantly... Yeah, usually I see her figuring out, but no, she just knows exactly what she's gonna do. We're gonna see the Flutter again!
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So both these decks are running Flutter. That's so weird. Did not expect that. Oh, Calliope takes that game, so that's going to be
another
3-1
1-point difference. That is crazy. Okay, losers finals. Best of 5. Calliope versus Bonemiser.
That's a pretty decent starting hand. Redrawing
yeah, rarity lost by so little in those matches. I feel like it could have been anyone's game, really. Going into this losers finals, which makes it that much worse for rarity. Losing by 1 point
Bonemiser and Calliope have both had like pretty great runs this tournament, so I'm interested to see how this goes. I feel like their decks are like decently similar, so kind of interested in what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very interested to see what happens as well. So kind of a classic. I mean, yeah, basically Tri-Stringer is gonna be used as a pseudo captain. What? Oh,
back to Octodisco. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I am shocked. Yeah, the Tri-Stringer into the Octodisco, you never... I think that's the first time I've seen that. Like,
I mean, you never see it coming.
No, you don't.
It never happens.
It's such a weird shape.
Yeah.
It's just a weird. I do like the placement of that DNF because the special block is in a very nice spot. That does give a little bit of more room for Bonemiser to push.
And I know Bonemiser has a pretty long deck here, so yeah, like that. Can definitely push that.
100% push that. And yeah, Reflux. Classic combo with Tri-Stringer. Being used to activate that.
Calliope's going to have to be left to defend when it's a little bit too late here.
Really
Bonemiser's going to be able to push even further.
Yeah, because right now Calliope's kind of trapped in by the, the Octodisco.
Yeah, I never saw it coming.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a three-way Tri-Stringer if you really think about it. I mean, that's
kinda, yeah.
That seemed like a good steal wheel place to me. Oh, I'm gonna do it later, I guess. Oh,
the jet! Love it.
I'm seeing a lot of interesting cards.
Yeah, I also noticed that Calliope uses Tenatech Splatter Shot a lot instead of Vanilla.
That's my personal preference as well, at least with the cards I try to combo with, like Hero Shot. I think it's a great
Hero
card.
Shot is a card I have never obtained.
It's fun. I think I used bits on it, which is... I don't know. It's definitely a better pick than using bits on checkerboard cards. Like, like I
yeah,
often
it's... Yeah, checkerboard is... We definitely need more cards for the kind of the archetype, for the deck type. It's not the best.
Yeah.
It's not in the best state right now. Even players in Japan, they're not seeing the most amount of success with it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Wiper. 2 stars there. Interesting. I forget when a card is 2 stars, it changes the background. Then when it's 3 stars, it makes it holographic.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, Calliope's complete boxed
Calliope has
in.
an unplayable hand.
Look at her special blocks. They're in a terrible spot.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't special from
that is so bad. Wow, actually kind of getting destroyed by these cards right now. I'm shocked.
Like, actually ended up getting boxed in by Octodisco. Which is
imagine.
a crazy thing I didn't expect to see.
Yeah, I didn't expect to say that sentence this year, but, you know, there's a first time for everything. Yeah, you can't push in. Like, you could do an end zap in a try, but, I mean, that's pretty bad.
This is insane.
Yeah, how could you... You are actually... I can't believe I'm seeing this. A player is actually boxed in on Thunderpoint.
Octodisco just clutched this game. That's crazy.
Wow, and being forced to pass? Oh my god. That is crazy.
No way. Oh my gosh.
Wow, I cannot believe it. I believe in Octodisco.
Octodisco saving this game for...
I actually cannot believe it. Yeah, because Calliope has no piercing cards either. I think she kind of used it early on or something.
This is going to highly influence my voting on Octodisco.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we do a tier list in the future, yeah, I mean, I think, like, this match will influence a lot of people's opinions.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's crazy.
I thought this was, like, I thought Octodisco was genuinely one of the worst cards. I've even said that before. And, like, it kind of cooked here. Kind of ate. Like, dang.
You forced to pass 2 cards? I never see Calliope do this. What? Calliope's actually... Calliope can't do anything! Not even being forced to push, just giving up.
Octodisco.
Octodisco! See, when Bonemiser used it in your set, it wasn't used that well, but in this match...
Oh, there's also double Gemini, which you can't box in people in on. So...
Yeah, that's true.
At least that's when I saw it used as an opener, so...
Yo, the suction bomb! Wow! And that's the thing, like, you can't really place Dynamo in an effective way to get a lot of special from it. I mean, that's kind of your best option here.
Yeah.
And I think Bonemisers might read this and try to go for a clash to steal some turf.
Gosh.
Which is a thing you don't really see either. Yeah, I've never seen someone being... Yeah, Calliope's, like, a really good player, too, so, I mean, it's kind of shocking, like, watching this. Octodisco W, though, I mean.
Yeah, go crazy.
I can't believe that actually worked.
That's one of the best games I've ever seen.
I know, that's crazy! She passed, like, 2 cards! Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That must feel bad. Let Bone cook.
Really? Cook. Really? Like, dang. God. I never thought it'd be cooking, but it really did. River Drift for Calliope, classic.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a terrible hand. I mean, she generally saves Flutter for, like, the end.
That's a good hand. That's really good.
That's a way better hand. Like, every card can push. Every card.
Yeah.
You can get combos as well very easily.
That's what I tried to get my deck to do. My deck is as big as I could make a all commons deck, and it's still like 138 or something. But I want this kind of hand, like, all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what the average deck sizes are for this tournament, because the curve definitely, like, will change a bit when you make a format like this. Because we're not just
like had to be smaller, so
yeah, because it's like if you just span 3 12s, like your deck size isn't going to change that much because you can run a lot of alternatives. But
Yeah.
when you ban all the rares and all the freshes, it gets a lot more, you know, deck building becomes a lot more important.
This is a really aggressive tri-stringer to see.
Yeah, really aggressive.
Yeah, that's gonna be everyone's map here.
I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Calliope's kind of in a tough spot here, but could block things off with an 8-liter. Has a bigger portion of the map right now, but if Bonemiser has a pretty big card to push in with, it'd be pretty huge. Because currently Calliope is almost completely blocked off from Bonemiser's side of the map, other than these diagonals that the fish stick has allowed. Gonna get a T-Tech combo. That's a very defensive play from Calliope with that E-liter. Base is completely blocked off, but Bonemiser now has all of this middle to play something pretty big like that E-liter scope, yeah. Some really weird gaps in mid here. It's going to be awkward to fill those in with actual cards to play. Finds an in-zap combo, that's nice. Tri-Slosher going to also get its own special. That's solid combos from Calliope's side. Interesting. That works. Got a Flutter to play. Got a Steel Eel. Definitely looking to finish this game with Flutter, likely. That's how just about every game with Calliope has gone so far. Just looking for a placement. Just one space for multiple special that Calliope has here to get activated, which is really nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're looking at a pretty split game.
What is this
here.
River Drift match? What?
Yeah, it's like...
What happened?
Weird. Calliope played defensive really early when Bonemiser pushed with a charger. So then there was this big gap left open in the map.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that Thunderplay match was it was, you know, it was the first match of the set. What a match to start the set.
Yeah, it really was insane. Calliope probably looking up to build up.
She kind of has a spot to special from, maybe? No?
Looking for 2 special here so Flutter can be played.
Again, it's kind of the same issue, like, the special blocks are just not in a good position, and
yeah,
the special block defense, like, yeah, you can't place it, right? Like, you can use Charger, which is a little bit better, but not really a good way to...
be able to... That's not going to get too special for that Flutter.
No, I mean, it's a great special attack, but it's not... her plan is to play the Flutter, so you might as well just play it in base at this point.
Sprinkler?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good cook.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
It's gonna...
Oh,
if you rotate
that hurts!
Flutter, that is gonna be a max efficiency
that
Flutter.
Hurts!
But that turf lead is huge. I mean, even with a max efficiency Flutter, I don't think you can take that back right now. Yeah. I saw the vision here, but giving up that much turf was too huge. It was too much of a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, really.
We're really just going to end with a big old E on the map. And that's kind of cool.
At least it's not an H. Actually, what card is an H? Like, sploosh?
Sploosh.
Isn't that...
Yeah.
Isn't that a sploosh? The double jets!
The EJ. We ended with the EJ.
The EJ.
You'll love to see it.
Exactly.
Bonemiser takes that game, so that's 2-0 for Bonemiser currently. Best of 5. Losers finals. That was a really interesting game. I think that was Calliope's game if it weren't for that sprinkler. But that might be wrong, Calx.
I mean, she couldn't really do a lot. Like, if she... I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I think going for 2, like, 3 special or a 3 special and a 4 special would have been more turf
Oh,
than...
Gemini! Okay, so this is kind of a weakness for Bonemiser. Let's see if... Well, for Bonemiser and kind of this format.
Yeah.
So let's...
Bonemiser did counterpick to this map during our sets.
Yeah.
The Octodisco really isn't going to be doing much on such a big map.
No. The orientation is just very awkward. I mean, unless you get it pretty early, I don't really...
Oh,
yeah, I spoke too soon. It's cooking.
It's cooking, yeah, just trust.
Yeah,
I don't see where that Octodisco would be optimal, but it was something, so that's fun.
Yeah, just cope harder. I mean, really, it's gonna work somehow. I'm like...
Something's gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really interested to see Undercover Umbrella, because one time I was NVC with Halo, and they cooked with like Big Man 2 and a bunch of other stuff, and then Undercover like slotted and gave all this special, but like I don't see that being very common occurrence for that card.
Dude, Tri-Stringer's too good.
Tri-Stringer's just too goated. I see no reason to not use it in most decks.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like one of the few ways that Bonemiser can push there. And that's gonna be a perfect slot as well for that umbrella.
Oh, blocked off from the Tri-Stringer. Opted to play a little bit more defensively.
Yeah, that Octodisco special, I'm not so sure.
Undercover is such a weird card, but it is something.
Okay. I like it. I
I
just left a
honestly
bunch of
didn't
smalls.
expect the push from there, but that works.
That does work.
Yeah.
Don't doubt.
I'm really interested to see a Jet Squelcher Octodisco deck this tournament. This is so interesting.
Yeah, we've seen many different types of decks in this event, specifically.
Yeah. Okay, this deck is running that angle shooter. I think it's basically always worth it to run angle shooter on this map.
Yeah, on a couple maps, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm seeing it. She's kind of getting boxed in again. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, it looks
Almost.
different, but... I don't know, like, she hasn't pulled Gootuber, or Twinticle,
Like-
or Octobomber, like...
Bonemiser has a ton of space on their side of the
Yeah,
map.
and look at the
forward.
little pockets she has with these lines.
Yeah.
Like, she's forming squares, like crazy.
Yeah. Average box seats gameplay.
Exactly. Which, I mean, I don't think we're going to see box seats in this tournament. I don't think you can... Well, maybe you could build like, an okay box seats deck, all commons, but I don't think
With all
people are-
commons, it could happen, for sure.
Yeah, it could happen.
I'm trying to think of rares that are really run in a no 312 box seats. I can't really think of any. Probably
Yeah.
running a lot of boxy sticks.
Yeah. That's a pretty good spot, because you can put Slap on there as well. A fish stick in the back? Okay. So much space still, like...
Bonemiser could really...
Still hasn't gotten all their big cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my... Oh. She's gonna be getting these in the last 3 turns.
Yeah.
I mean, which isn't terrible, but it's just bad RNG.
Yeah. Gonna get some special off that too.
And the jet.
Building this turf lead more and more.
I don't know, Clivey's being put in a rock versus in a hard place right now.
Twinticle. Whoa. I didn't expect to see Twinticle here.
Yeah, Twinicle's a common.
Yeah. It's such a card.
Yeah, it is. It's very... It does have a pretty decent shape for comboing, and the special tile is surrounded pretty well. But, yeah, it's... Definitely needs to be cooked or used a bit more.
Yeah. People have tried quite a bit.
Wow!
To cook with.
That's a lot of special.
Off that. Pretty huge special deficit here. If Bonemiser can get a pretty big card in base, that would really...
Yeah.
The turf gap. Oh, gonna get some special off that? That's interesting.
What is Bonemiser's counter? A suction. Yeah. Oh.
You get more special.
Oh. Oh. Oh, and it's
83, 83.
Oh.
5 to 4 special.
I don't know.
Huh.
Why would you not? Okay, I was gonna say, like, why would you say anything other than Flutter right now?
Yeah.
But is Flutter gonna get a lot of value?
It's not the most efficient. If Bonemiser can find a better, like, 4-11, that could be pretty huge.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna come down to special attack placement here.
Both sides kind of have some awkward places to work with for special placement.
I don't know.
I actually still don't know.
I have no idea.
That E-beater was all right, so... actually, I should have known. Okay, Calliope takes that. 1-2 currently.
Flutter coming in clutch. Which, I mean, when you play a starter deck, Flutter is basically your next best option next to Marigold.
Yeah. It works. It works.
X marks the garden. Okay.
I've not seen much X this tournament.
Oh god, the line decks on this map. Oh, I can't even imagine.
Redraw on that, really? I think Drawstringer's pretty...
No! Okay, well,
that's better.
Okay, well...
I would never gamble that with my luck, but...
Yeah, that was extremely risky, but that paid off in dividends, because it's much better pushing... Nice, I will turn 1.
Dynamoment.
Optimal. Dynamoment.
Yep.
Dynamoment. Yeah, usually when you get Dynamo turn 1, you tend to just kind of push one of the other sides, because you can do whatever. You can push the center, you can push left, right. You can really do whatever. That's how much power it gives you as an opener.
Exactly. I kind of expect that basically every deck to run Dynamo.
That's...
A lot of them are.
That does leave a bit of Calliope's spawn open.
We're
gonna defend this, hopefully. Yeah, if your spawn is breached on this map, you're a bit screwed.
Couldn't work with it there. Was probably looking for that Tri-Stinger Reflex combo, but got interrupted by Calliope there.
Yeah. The Octodisco.
Octodisco boxing in on X.
Yeah, boxing, like, it's crazy, the combos.
You'll love to see
It pretty much just surrounded that entire side, and that's got in the
Oh,
corner! I didn't even
cheers.
realize, I didn't see that!
I actually did not see that either.
I was like,
I don't
wait.
think anyone saw that
Oh
coming.
my, yeah, I didn't even see that. Because it was so...
It's discreet, it's
Yeah, it's like
secretive.
one...
Octodisco does everything.
Yeah, it's like one side where, you know, it doesn't... You're just getting boxed in like every map of Octodisco. For real.
Not gonna push that though. Alright.
Yeah, I mean... It's a
It's
pretty
special
good...
for Miller.
That's a very good push. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest here. That was a really good push.
This is anyone's game right now. Because, once again, Calliope's kind of boxed in. Like...
Oh, the lines are coming out.
Bonemiser owns the
And now
edges
it's just
of
gonna be a
lot
bunch of
this area.
smalls for... Building up these smalls and the synergy with Calliope right
Mhm.
now. You can still fit another jet at the top there.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, we're only going to see, like... Oh, actually, Enzap...
Inzap could get some special here.
Yeah, I can see a couple spots for him. Yeah. Oh! Oh, yeah! And then, you could play, Enzap in your base, too. And Mini! Okay. The cook is real right now. Where can you put Enzap? I mean, Enzap you could put a couple spots. But no, it's time to go for this, kind of aggressive attack? Not sure. Because, I don't know, I feel like Bonemiser isn't drawn the other jet yet to put in their spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the spot I was talking about there.
Yeah, get
Gonna
some
get-
special there. Bonemiser has the turf lead here, but Calliope is building up a lot of special. Gonna continue to build on that turf lead. Pretty huge, hitting 102 before the last two turns.
Yeah, that's absolutely... I mean, I don't know, I try to go for a 5. I try to go for a 5 into a smaller. Maybe that's maybe it's not the best. Because the thing is, I mean, Bonemiser's got to play a really small card here, or pass. I think it'd be the perfect time to use a 5-cost card, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would.
Because right now you're losing by...
try to
right now you're
build
losing
special
by...
possible.
Yeah, right now you're losing by 2 points. So...
Okay, yeah, I've got special. Gonna be able to finish with a 4, probably 4-11. With this 11-point turf gap, this is looking really good for Bonemiser.
Yeah, okay, so placing that pretty quickly. Not really...
Not too
Nudging. Yeah,
not
nothing...
really deliberating.
No deliberation whatsoever. Very confident. Oh, Bonemiser.to to retaliate, because I think she played... Yeah, oh, the other Jets! Wow. Okay.
Alright. That's looking pretty decent for Bonemiser. It's a
What?
draw. Okay.
What?
Oh, okay.
I can't believe... No way.
That's alright, that's alright. Whatever.
Oh my...
Alright.
Wow.
So we're going to be rematching on the same map, which will still be X-Garden.
Okay, I did not expect that. That was crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to go get some more water. I'll be right back.
There's at least a few crazy draws in a tournament. What a weird hand. I mean, those are both kind of weird hands.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you see a draw, it's always always a cool thing. Actually, both opening with the exact same card and placement. That's funny.
Easier moment.
Yeah, both players definitely practice those placements.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love that. I love that E-Leader combo. It's really classic.
Yep. Ooh, gonna be able to poke in with that later? That's really aggressive.
That's oh, the boxing!
No way. No way we're seeing it again.
No shot we're seeing it again. No way that the same thing is happening.
It's happening! There's no getting past this wall.
I actually cannot believe it. Bonemiser is changing the meta. I cannot believe it.
This is unprecedented right now.
Truly. Oh, Reflex can fit. Oh, that's... So yeah, Bonemiser very confident there. Might be winning push aggressively. And...
He's gonna have to do everything.
Wow, Bonemiser has access to every zone on the map!
Yeah.
Like...
Exactly.
Wow. Like, every single part of the map is hers. Or, as Bonemiser's.
Yeah.
How you play this try is going to be really important. I believe... Yeah, Clive only runs one try, so... Doesn't run double.
Yeah.
I run double on a couple maps. It depends on the deck. Oh, such an aggressive reflex as well. But yeah, I mean...
This is like...
Yeah, this is crazy. This happened in the first couple
really
turns.
Good board state.
Yeah, this happened so quickly.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Calliope hasn't pushed in through this left side here yet.
No.
Not at all, actually. And it's a little too late now. Can't get much off of that.
That definitely would have interrupted one of her combos, potentially, but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the mental damage is already setting in right now.
The Octodisco is all mind games. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm being BS'd by this card I've never seen. It's not happening.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is. It is. And Bonemiser, yeah, and that's the thing. You try to play on the right, you can't, because Octodisco, it's like a mental wall, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, actually. It's crazy. Nice spot there for Doolies. And also special attack with Fizzy. You get 2 more. Well. Oh, okay. Kinda interesting. Oh, yo. Let's go. Do like this combo. It is a nice shape. Slide to these combos of a lot of stuff. Yo, the mini. Yeah, man, so really all you can do is just play your 10 attack and kind of just wallow.
Yeah.
Basically cry that for the next 3 turns. It's oh, man. Yeah, I would special attack with Fizzy in your base to get 2.
I mean, if you special attack with Fizzy, you're just gonna get 1 back either way, so might as well get 3 full turf points.
Yeah, it's a
better place to special.
It's a pretty small sack. Like, it's not that much of a good of a trade.
Yeah. I mean, Bonemiser really has turf lead and
yeah, they pretty much defined the outcome of this match within like the first 5 turns, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, if Bonemiser takes this game, we're gonna have to find the Octodisco counterplay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Here.
Like, I don't know. It's so weird because I mean, when both players don't have Dynamo in a format like this, it makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
It makes X a lot more interesting because this is like a different flavor. This is the flavor of X that we like used to see. You know, It's not just like, who can roll Captain, Fry 1, Dynamo, E-Leader. You know, it's not that. It's a lot more deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing... I can't
Wow.
believe it!
This is crazy.
Oh my god.
Surprised it didn't special last 2 turns.
Wow, and
That's
yeah,
good.
I mean...
I kind of would have expected like a 3/8 and a flutter or something, but
maybe
not.
That's really good value, but it's not enough.
Yeah. Max value, but that turf lead's huge. I mean, congrats to Bonemiser for losers finals here.
It was probably one of my favorite sets I've watched in a while.
Yeah,
wow.
That was such an interesting deck to watch. I'm intrigued.
All right, grand finals of Tableturf side deck number 3, levi&stuff versus Bonemiser. 2 combative players, and Clappy's actually out as well. So what will Levi do? Levi is, I think, the best opening hand. Your best bet is going to be Range Blaster. It kind of pokes up a little bit as well. So we got a couple options right now. What will Bonemiser do? I don't know if you could... I don't know, like, boxing's already happened in this map in mid. You can't really box in with Octodisco. I'm not really too sure how this is going to pan out. I am glad that Grants is starting pretty fast. Nice. Okay, so this is being blocked pretty well. Levi only has basically one little opening with a diagonal, but I don't think Bonemiser runs diagonals. I think they just run straight lines. So it's not really the worst thing in the world. So yeah, unless... Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if... Okay, there's not really anything to push Bonemiser's base. That is pretty good. So, yeah, not being boxed in by Octodisco, thankfully. And Levi, I keep seeing Levi&stuff. Levi decided to play this Dynamo, but I don't know if it's going to do that much good in the points trade because Bonemiser might have something equally big up their sleeve right now. Yep, only be getting about 2 there. Still has room for the Tri-Stringer. The only problem being, okay, it's a little bit of a better spot because it does give you a lot of area to work with your spawn. And I do also like... So the nice thing is you can place that Octus stamp in the... where you pushed up. And that can give you a pretty nice area to special attack from, like, a lot later. Nice, perfect spot there for Machine as well. Machine I'm also getting a higher opinion of in this tourney, obviously. And Bonemiser's kind of running out of space. You don't have a lot of options left right now. It's gonna be very important how you play this Blob Lobber. It's probably going to be the last 3x5 card you can play for a while, unless you run, like, a Splatter Shot or something like that. We have the Reflux, excuse me, into the Ballpoint could work pretty well. Yeah, because you can do that. And then play the Octostamp, and yep, okay, I already see what you're cooking. I agree, Levi. I agree. 100% agree. So yeah, I mean, not that much of a points deficit. Right now, I'm just probably playing a bunch of smalls. Bonemiser might not have Suction, because they have a ton of opportunities right now. They could use Fizzy in that little area. Yep. Could have also played it there towards the middle. I'm not sure why that wasn't done. That would have given even more special as a result. might not be your best option. You might just have to play, this, excuse me, this Clash Blaster, maybe try to rely on a 3-8. But a problem is that, you know, you might not get... I don't know. I don't really know what you could do right now. It's not looking like the best position for your Eater's special tile. Does not look like the best position. And, oh, that's... might be it. Well, actually, no, because that little area towards the top is, yeah, I just noticed that. I was like, oh, that's gonna be really good, but no. Probably gonna be activating something in spawn, because can't really special attack. Might push into spawn, actually, from this. Yep. And, oh, Levi gonna be really getting the lead! That was so smart! And gonna be using this Eliter 4K to very good efficiency. Or very, a lot of efficiency, and we're already at the end of this game. I can't believe it. Has to get some decent value here right now, but the special block defense might be too strong. I don't know. Might be too good right now. It's not a ton of value, and you're going against a mini. Yeah, that was weird. It was a weird match. The ending was weird. Oh, Levi's gonna take it by 1 point. What? Yeah, so Levi's coming from winners, and Bonemiser's coming from losers, so... Levi just has to win 2 more games to win the tournament. So what is going to be Bonemiser's kind of pick? The deck still lost there, but it didn't lose by that much. And oh no, not okay. So Levi has to play very carefully here. They have to be as aggressive as possible and try to box off areas before Bonemiser does it, and before they inevitably pull Octodisco. So, great hand here. Hydrus fantastic in a lot of ways. And we're going to be seeing the control being handed off to both sides. That seems pretty good, yeah. Might go for a Pierce here. Oh, that hurts. But you're not, like, that boxed in yet, so... You probably still keep pushing right now. That's what I would do. Probably keep pushing and get a bit of a, a lead here. Because yeah, the other thing too is that if your opponent does beat you and send you to the bracket reset, the other thing too is that you have to do the counter picks all over again. And no, actually, so both players kind of poking into each other's spawn now. This is... Yeah, I mean, Levi casted this game, so he definitely knows what Bonemiser's gonna try to do. I don't think they've pulled, I don't know Bonemiser's pronouns, you know, I'm in the Discord. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what, I don't know where you could really play Octodisco. Well, still not bricking your hand, because, I mean, you sacrifice a lot. Wow, okay, so both players actually pushing each other's spawns. That's... surprising. Oh, I just realized I'm in the Commentator VC alone. And a custom jet actually taking up a lot of that Moz space as well, so a lot of that space is actually going to be denied. Oh, yeah. Well, Sloshing Machine could have been played there. That was still really nice. Both players are kinda... at their wit's end right now. In terms of the board state. Nice. Good. 7 beats the 9 there, and wins the clash. Dynamo cannot be played, has no special, has to find a spot to make this work. And that's probably gonna be your best option as of now. Oh, Leader fits there? What? I cannot believe that. Levi does have a decent amount of special right now, and might be forced to pass. Might not be able to... Excuse me. Might not be able to be able to afford a pass right now. Because yes, Bonemiser doesn't have any special. I think Levi knows this, and he actually is going for a tactical pass. So interesting. Just saying, hey, you know, I might be able to play this ballpoint. It's too small for what I'm doing. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna give it up. Because that way, if you special attack a 3/8, as long as you can activate 2, you'll have another 3/8. And that might be how Levi wins the game. And Bonemiser is kind of looking, might have a bricked hand as well. Yeah, I mean, if you take 50 seconds to decide what to play, I mean, that might not be the best option. And play the mid instead. Huh, okay. Oh, Splat Roller coming in clutch. Wow. That is shocking. So yeah, 70 versus 94, I don't know. Not enough special to play a Dynamo. Bonemiser's gonna take that pretty handily, even though they didn't generate a lot of special. They only generated 2 in that entire game. That was a very weird match in general. It's very weird. I do not have anyone to co-commentate for me, so I have to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And it looks like Bonemiser kind of got blocked off. And now Bonemiser is completely blocked off. So yeah, I mean, looks like both players got fairly aggressive openings, but Levi just had better geometry, kind of dealing with Bonemiser's cards. From the looks of it. Nice spot there also for the Clash Blaster. Those cards definitely come in clutch. Nice Pierce. Don't know how much it's gonna do, but I do respect it regardless. Oh, that's really good as well. the machine play. Sneaky E-leader too. I'm shocked that even fits. Wow. That is absolutely diabolical. I mean, honestly, Levi could play Octostamp here and still be fine to play Dynamo. In my... Yeah, I mean, normal versus a normal... It's not going to be a huge... excuse me. It's going to be pretty good, actually. Because you can play... How can you play this? Oh! Yeah, you can play it there. Perfect. 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 So it's kind of weird. It looks like Bonemiser kind of got blocked off this match. Took a little bit longer, obviously, but don't know if Octodisco was played, obviously, because... Or didn't know if Octodisco was played because I went to go to the bathroom. We need more commentators for these types of events. Lesson learned. Hey, you taking that game. Up 2-1. Only needs one more game to win this tournament. Yeah, always drink water, folks. So, final potential match could be on Thunder Point here. Pretty neutral stage. We saw what happened in that match against Clappy. That was embarrassing. That was unreal. What kind of opening could you formulate, or could you form off of this? I wonder. I mean, Dynamo's pretty good, but... Oh, Dynamo into Hydra is also really good as well. It is not bad. Not bad. So I guess, you know, Octodisco might have been the only card that Bonemiser had there to play. Oh, that's really good too, because Bonemiser still has access to Levi's spawn. And he doesn't have any access right now. So he needs to play this very, very carefully. I could see a Steel Eel working here as well. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Probably needs to put a special block somewhere in mid. Probably the Clash Blaster, just to be able to get an ability to pierce from it later. That's kind of what I'm guessing. Yep. Aggressive Wiper. Yep. And you play it there. And, yeah. Most aggressive way you could play that. And I don't think Bonemiser's gonna read that. So Bonemiser not defending their spawn. Levi's gonna get a lot of value off of this Moz if it's placed in a position where it's not gonna be clashed from. Which might be the case. Might want to change the position, perhaps. Not that bad of a clash. That's gonna give me a lot of points for Levi. But I mean, versus a 7, that's still not terrible of a clash for Bone. And yeah, but Levi kind of bringing this back a little bit. You know, aggressively, especially when you're boxed in, is really important. And Wiper can save you in a lot of those situations. And I'm just rapidly going through moves. Still has a lot of long cards left. This might be a bit risky just because... Well, actually, if it is Clash, I don't think it would reduce the Clash by that much. So yeah, that's not terrible. That is not terrible. And Levi still doesn't have a lot of... Oh, you see that spot? Yep, the spot on the... No, you could have gotten 2. Oh, that would have been... I guess he's doing that just to get a special block, I guess. Because, yeah, I mean, if he placed it on the right there, he would have gotten 2, but maybe that would have been the best spot to, you know, special attack from, I guess. That's kind of the other thing with this. And yep, the line deck coming in for work top, and yep, that's not setting up enough combos, unfortunately, and losing this by a wide margin. I mean, the best that Levi could do is a 3-8, and Bonemiser is 5 special. So, I mean, yeah, even if Octo Stamp was played towards the left there, or the right, I don't think that would have been enough. I think that's still the game for... That's the game for Bonemiser. Brought it back. So, yeah, I mean... This could be a lot longer, or it could end right now. We don't really know. Squared. Love to see it. And a 5-star Sploosh. I did not know Bone played Sploosh. I guess it's their favorite weapon, you know, both in the this mode and the main game, which is kind of neat. Okay, so, I mean, after the redraw there, not too bad of a... Excuse me. Not too bad of a redraw, and getting a lot better cards to actually push. Bonemiser clearly wants to protect the top of their spawn. I think it might be good for Levi to keep pushing. Kind of pushing towards the bottom might have been the best idea because we lost the clash there. But no, instead going for this E-Leader play. The players are wasting their E-Leader, and yeah, Bonemiser doesn't have any diagonals. And yep, actually gonna be comboing right off of that Tri-Stringer. That might... Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, sometimes you don't always want to go for obvious plays like that. That's also going to give an early special to your opponent. Which is something you don't always want to do. Obviously. That's still going to be enough space for the reflux, I think. Is it? I don't know, actually. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if it's enough space. Oh yeah, I gotta make the registration open for the next tournament too. Almost forgot that. Oh, that's painful. That's the thing, you don't really have a lot of special right now. Oh, that's a fantastic spot for Moz there. Just slithering into that spot kind of reminds me of the utility of Steelial, to where, you know, you can play it in a lot of really common areas on the board, and it has very good special synergy with basic cards. And nope, Bonemiser reading this. But Levi getting a special out of that, so it wasn't that bad. Reflux, that might be better, just because you don't want to activate the special from... Oh yeah, because Bonemiser already used their reflux, so... Yeah, and that also gained that fish stick gave 2 special, and that was a nice clash. So yeah, now... You know, now Bonemiser's game boxed in once again. Wow. Perfect hook there with the Clash Blaster, Neo, specifically. To even more special. Nice Pierce. It is a good Pierce. But you don't have a lot of special, you have to click up something quick, and because, you know, that Zinc Mini activated the Moz combo, he still has that Octo Stamp to get a free special as well. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Just so much special right now. And that Dynamo still isn't enough! I don't know. I think this might be it for Levi. I think this might be the game. or the set tournament. I don't want to be too early yet. I think it still happen. Maybe some crazy combo could be activated. You never know. You never know. Nice 3-8. Yep, Owen having to pass. Yep, I think that's it. It's really bad having to pass a 3-8 towards the end of the game, and he can still play something really big in the tri-stringer. Is that gonna be a pass? I think it might be. I think it's definitely a pass. Trying to get as many points as possible to make sure that you are able to win the game is really important. And the Wiper, yeah, Wiper versus the tri-stringer, that will not be enough. And your winner of Tableturf side deck number 3 is Levi&stuff. Congratulations! All right, Levi, congratulations on winning Tableturf side deck number 3. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. This is like my favorite tournament series. I'm really glad I won one of them. I like doing dumb crap.
You know, side deck is kind of like that, to where it's more casual or experimental, so you can try a lot of different things you might not pull in normal tournaments, which we kind of saw today with the Octodisco, I'll be honest. So, yeah, I won't ask you a ton of questions, just want to ask you a couple.
All right.
What was your expectations going into this tournament, and how difficult do you think this format is? Do you think it's easy?
Honestly, okay, I think, addressing the last question first, I think this format is more difficult in general just because the end turns aren't clear-cut. Normally, it's just like, all right, I'm going to either do 2 3-12s, or I'm going to do a 4-11, or a 3-8, straight into a 3-12. It's usually very predictable. But, like, here, you've really got to manage your special right so you can get something optimal for turf. And that's what I always tried to think about. Like, when I was pulling up my deck in that last game, I was thinking, not the last game, I think it was second to last, I was like, is a Dynamo special even right here? And it would have been better turf-wise, so it worked out.
Yeah, I think your biggest card being a 13, essentially, changes things drastically.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there isn't a lot of good 12 cards that are not 3-12s to actually special with. Like, I didn't see that really at all.
Exactly. Yeah, it's usually not very worth it to special a 12 anyway, because it's the least efficient of that kind. But
no.
My expectations were actually a lot higher than any other tournament I've been to, because I actually practiced for this one, sat down in my Discord server, and practiced some games of all commons with Dr. Potato, and won those games. And I've been using the deck on bots a little bit, which you can beat a bot with all commons. It's fine. So it's kind of figuring out what my openers would be with the deck, and it kind of worked out.
Okay, couple more questions. How many decks did you use this tournament? What was the size of your decks? What do you think is the most important card in this format?
Okay, so I came in with one deck, ended up with 2 because 3 different players counterpicked the Gemini. And
yeah, that was kind of weird, because Gemini isn't very good for this format.
Exactly, it was weird that other people were counterpicking it, but by the third time I was like, okay, I just basically replaced all commons in my usual Gemini deck, which is just typical Captain, Squid Force, everything, and replaced that with like weird stuff like Maws and Scrapper. It worked for the one game of Gemini I played. And then my deck size for the Gemini one is 137 because fresh cards are so big and I can't use them. And for my regular, it's also they're both 137. So
yeah, I mean, when the biggest card you can have also is a 13, it also kind of influences like what the curve of your deck is and how big decks are. Because like, yeah, you can also run Flutter, but Flutter isn't always the best option. It can work, but you have to really design. I mean, Rose Dragon's deck, that was the craziest deck I've seen.
We saw some interesting decks today. I was so hyped about the Octodisco.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? So the final can't really think of anything else. So the final thing I'll ask you is that, would you do different formats like this, where there's like maybe a card restrictions, deck like that sort of thing? Like, would you do something like this again?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna keep coming to side decks. Only reason I wasn't in the last one was because Square Squared was really fun to commentate, to be honest.
That is true for sure. Hopefully you'll get a badge in the future when we can actually afford one. We're all broke squids out here. The badge for TSD is going to be a rotating 3D Whopper.
That'd honestly be so real. I could really see that for side deck. That'd make so much sense.
Yeah, it'd be honestly pretty funny. We're going to interview Bonemiser now.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Bonemiser, that match where you boxed in Calliope on Thunderpoint, that might have been one of the most entertaining matches I've watched in quite some time. I didn't think a player like Calliope could be boxed in with such unorthodox. Well, Tri-Stringer isn't really unorthodox, but the way you use Octodisco,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that good of a card. But I don't personally use it, but the way you use it is very unique. It's
okay.
Yeah,
it has a weakness. The weakness is that there's a big hole in the middle.
Yes.
But I try to think of it as a tri-stringer that I could put backwards, like facing their side. As long as you can deny them from getting in the hole,
Yeah.
it's a great card. But if you make a single mistake with that, which I would say I did it once or twice, including in Square Squared, where if you face it the wrong way, it'll cost you very quickly. It's a very risky card.
Yeah, it's like a high risk, high reward card. It's very much like how you described it as like a glass cannon. Okay, so a couple questions I want to ask you is what was your expectations entering this tournament? Did you practice a lot for this tournament? This format?
When I saw Grub Darling not check in, I thought I was going to win.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't. It's weird because he hasn't checked in a couple times for tournaments. I guess he's just busy or something.
Yeah, but then I met Levi and I got put in my place. So hey.
Yeah, it's weird because people are good. Like Grub is really good at squared, but he's not good at the starter deck. He's pretty bad, from what I saw. So different players have different strengths. That's why I think why these different formats are really unique, because each player kind of gets to, do something different with the format or the twist or whatever. Because we don't really have. Because, I don't know. If I was going to run, a different format for a series, it would be no, 312s, no, certain rarities, etc. I think it'd be really interesting. So, yeah, you answered the first question. Did you practice a lot for this event, or not really?
A little bit. I played the deck against a few people, but it was not, super organized.
Yeah.
What I will say is when I used this deck, it was actually working kind of well on Gemini. And I was very surprised that it was working well on Gemini, because this is not the kind of deck you would think it would even work there. It's like anti-zigzag.
Yeah.
But if you play it right, if you corner your opponent aggressively, while keeping in mind that you have to also play in a way where you can't let them pierce under any cost. You have to count 7 squares the 7 squares there. But if you can put them in a corner, people generally run big decks on Gemini because the map is big.
Yeah.
So you can punish them for that if you play the right way. And I think this deck is very good at that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people were necessarily prepared for Gemini in this event. I mean, every single player, they kind of struggled a bit. I mean, let's be honest here. Okay, what do you think about this format? This specific format? What do you think, and so that's the first question. Second question is, what do you think are important cards in this format?
I definitely love this format. I think Pauper as a concept, it's
for Magic, right?
Entry level for people to try it out. In
this
format,
5B's tell me about it a bit, Pauper.
Yeah. I think 3/8s and 4/11s are just so much more valuable than anything else, because those are the cards you're going to use at the end. And not only that, they tend to be pretty good cards. Like Charger's great, Tri-Stringer's great.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it turns out that some of the best cards are also the right price to cast it. So those are the ones you want to have at least half your deck or somewhere around there.
Yeah, I mean, 5/13s are also fairly important, because I mean, there's a lot of 5/13s. There's not a lot of There's only one 5/14, and it's kind of niche. It's not that versatile. You have to design the deck around the card. You can't just put it in a deck and you'll do well with it. You know, it needs a lot of support. So, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I completely agree. Even in, you know, other formats, well, the normal format, yeah, people are kind of undervaluing those cards a bit because 3/12s are so prevalent. Okay, well, why did you think that you were gonna win when Grub didn't check in? I
didn't really see anyone that I was worried about. Like I played Rose once or twice. I didn't see any scare. I didn't see Showers. I didn't see 90.
Well, Showers is taking a break, so
I didn't see Joven. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of the scary people that I've learned that are actually crazy. So I think this might have been my shot. Let's have to put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, Clivy's pretty good as well. But I think her playstyle does get hard countered by certain types of decks. Like, I don't think it. That's just kind of my observations from watching her in tournaments. So, yeah, I completely agree. You know, you don't think anyone good is going to join the tournament, but you know, there's a couple hidden wild cards, kind of like Enzrun and Dulan, that random German guy. Like, Levi placed second in that tournament. He beat Joven in a game 5. That was crazy.
Oh wow,
it was a crazy situation. Yeah, it is impressive because Joven is really good. His main street deck is terrifying. Yeah, that's really interesting. I completely agree with you. I guess I didn't get to ask you, what do you think about the badge being a rotating Whopper? What do you think about that?
So I've been vocally anti-Whopper in the past, but I think it's okay.
It's
okay.
At least you're not eating it. Because I mean, people probably spitting your food. I mean, you don't know what fast food workers are doing, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give it another chance. I'll go buy another Whopper.
Another Whopper. If you buy another one, you should take a picture of it.
Okay.
So, what do you think about hard deck restriction formats like this? Would you play in something else like this?
Absolutely. Just make the tournament and I'll show up.
Yeah, because we have other ideas for other types of restrictions like this. It's just we haven't implemented them yet. I haven't come up with the idea for the next side deck yet. FYI, so.
Okay. I have a couple ideas if you need a few.
Yeah, you can just put it into event feedback. Just DM it to me. I don't really care.
Sure.
Okay. I don't think I have any other. Well, actually, I had an interview before, so I'll ask you one more question.
Okay.
What is your favorite card and why?
I've been thinking about this because if you asked me like 2 or 3 weeks ago, what is a blaster?
Yeah.
I kind of like Octodisco. I think it's slept on.
You know what? You made Levi and I believe in Octodisco this tournament. You did things to that card that I did not think were possible. So
there's something there. It's not bottom tier. There's something there.
No. Let me just there is. Yeah, I'll agree with you for sure. Thank you for the interview. I have to go do something soon. Otherwise the interview will be longer. So thank you both so much for the interview and for also everyone else for playing in the tournament. Side deck was kind of a newer idea from us, and I'm glad it's doing really well with its turnout. Yeah, I will see you both later. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
You too.
Goodbye, chat.
Thank you all so much for watching today. It was a blast doing this as always, and I will catch you all next time, the next time I do a stream, which will probably be TBO 10 or Tableturf Battle Tournament number 10. I'll see y'all later. Take care, and bye.